Alright, welcome back into another edition of the Macon Tech Talk video blog. Of course, this is the final game of the year for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets football team. They just lost here inside the Independence Bowl, 14-7 here in Shreveport, Louisiana. Not the way the Yellow Jackets obviously wanted to go out with this season, but as many of you have been talking about and as we've all been talking about here at the stadium, this was just like a lot of games this year. You know, they had special teams miscues. We won't go too far into that, but you did have a couple of plays that were, plays that the Yellow Jackets kind of have to come up with. But granted, in those certain situations, you had backups who were playing who hadn't really played in those situations all year and on such a big stage. It's really a lot to put on one guy or a couple of guys. So, that aside, those were issues, yes, but those weren't the only issues. You also had the fumble there at the goal line, at this goal line right here behind me, where if the Yellow Jackets come up with a touchdown right there, if they were able to finish that drive, they go up 14-6 in the ball game, and who knows, they probably go in and win. Then you had other things, just a couple other ticky-tack things here and there. You also had the final interception there at the end of the ball game as well. That's the way that the Virginia Tech game ended. That's the same way that the Georgia game ended. It was on a last-minute interception as the Yellow Jackets were trying to come back and trying to win the game there at the end. Again, not the game that Georgia Tech fans obviously wanted to see after this season. 6-7 is now the record. That marks the first time since 1996 that the Yellow Jackets have had a losing season. They were 5-6 that year, I believe, off the top of my head. I've got to go back and check. But I believe they were 5-6 that year. They're 6-7 this year right now. Again, not the year that they wanted to have. I don't know how I can really stress that anymore. I know you guys are feeling it, especially after last year where the team had such hope and optimism. They went to the ACC Championship, won it, went to the Orange Bowl, played okay, gave up 24 points to a tough Iowa team. And here they gave up 14 this time to a very good Air Force team, and an Air Force team that's probably going to maybe sneak into the top 25. Who knows what's going to happen with them from here on out. We'll have more stories for you, like I said, during the week on Macon.com and at the Telegraph. For right now, Paul Johnson's going to continue to look at this team, evaluate this team. Special teams is going to be among his top priorities. That's what he was saying in the post-game press conference, and we'll just see where they go from here. But again, that's all we've got from Independence Stadium here in Shreveport, Louisiana. It's chilly. I'm going inside, going to finish watching the Falcons game, and then we are getting out of here and back to Atlanta. Thanks again for stopping by, and we will talk to you guys later. Take care.